Andariki namaskaramulu. Today, the 10th of July 2023, we are on advanced level 2 course on Sanatana Dharma. This is a certificate course on Sanatana Dharma. We have already finished 3 basic courses. Those who have qualified in those 3 courses, we are running an advanced course, going more deep into the subject. And today, we are going to have a webinar from Dr. CSR Prabhu garu on Panani Vyakaranam, that is grammar, Panani grammar. And we have already completed one topic, that is Vedas, in which we have seen Purusha Suktam, Narayana Suktam, and Sri Suktam. And then we also have seen signs in Aruna Prasna from Sitaram Ayagari garu. Now we are on next topic, that is Panani Vyakaranam. So let us start the webinar with Vande Mataram and then Prarthana. Let us request Challa Chittibabu garu to recite Vande Mataram, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayajasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Suprajyosna Pulakitayamini, Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhini, Suhasini, Sumadhura Bhashini, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. ఇప్పుడు అనంతన్ గారిని ప్రార్థన చేయమని అడుగుదాం.
Hari Om. 1 minute meditation. Let us sit erect. Close our eyes gently. Relax the body. Total concentration on breath. Three times Omkaram. Om. 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 Gananam tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामविद्र्यवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः।
ధన్యవాదములండి. ప్రభు గారు ఏమైనా కనిపించారా?
లేదండి, రాలేదు. మీరు ఒకసారి ఫోన్ చేయాలి.
ఫోన్ చేస్తాను. 1 minute, all of you.
రైట్.
You all may interact with each other meanwhile.
Yeah,
while I
right.
call him.
Right. శేషగిరిరావు గారు, రౌడూరు, ప్లీజ్ పుట్ యువర్ పిన్. ఇది పిన్ వేయడం అన్నది అలవాటు అయిపోవాలండి. దాన్ని మీరు ట్రై టు పుట్ ఇట్ అండ్ మేక్ ask the computer to remember your pin. You need not put every day. I have put it only once and asked the computer to remember. In the same dialog box, when you put your pin, you rename and say remember me. It will automatically be there. Juda Vijayalakshmi garu, Pranendra Kumar Jayanti garu, శేషగిరి రౌడూరు గారు, సతీష్ గారు, all put your pin please. Without the pin, it is very difficult for taking attendance. We'll have to make special efforts to remember all your names and your pins. Right, thank you. Joda Vijayalakshmi garu, adi 530 అని రాశారు. ఇది 2530. మీది 2 యాడ్ చేయండి. 4 డిజిట్స్ ఉంటాయి. వెంకటరత్నం గారు, మీరు కూడా అంతేను, 2 యాడ్ చేయండి. సిఎస్ గుప్తా గారు 2 యాడ్ చేయండి. అశోక్ గారు, యు ఆల్సో యాడ్ 2. పిన్ నంబర్ is 4-digit number starting from with 2. మీ పాత పిన్ నంబర్ మీరు వేస్తున్నారు, దానికి 2 యాడ్ చేయండి. సిఎస్ గుప్తా గారు 2265 చేయండి దాన్ని. 265 అని ఉంది. వెంకటరత్నం గారు మీరు కూడా 2500 చేయండి. ఫణేంద్ర కుమార్ జయంతి గారు మీరు పిన్ నంబరు చాట్ బాక్స్ లో వేయకూడదు, వేస్తే వేయండి కానీ మీ పేరులో ఉండాలి ఆ పిన్. పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ లిస్ట్ లో అందరూ నంబర్లు వేస్తున్నారు, అలాగే మీది కూడా ఉండాలి. వెంకటరత్నం గారు, సిఎస్ గుప్తా గారు, hope you are listening to what I am saying. Kindly change your PIN number to 4-digit PIN number starting with 2. So 265, whatever you have done, add 2 to that. Similarly, Nallamilli Venkatratnam garu, change your PIN.
అనంతన్ గారి కోర్సులో లేరండి?
Huh?
అనంతన్ గారు, ఎంఆర్ అనంతన్ గారు కోర్సులో లేరా?
కోర్సులో ఉన్నారండి.
అంటే ఆయన నంబర్
పిన్ రాయట్లేదు.
ఆయన ఓన్లీ ప్రేయర్ వరకే చేస్తున్నారా? కోర్సులో ఉన్నారా?
లేదు, కోర్స్ అటెండ్ అవుతున్నారు. ఐ థింక్ సో.
ఆయన నంబర్ రాయట్లేదు, కో హోస్ట్ కాబట్టి రాయట్లేదా?
లేదు, అలా అనేం లేదు. అనంతన్ గారు, యూ హ్యావ్ యువర్ పిన్ నంబర్?
ఉందండి.
మీరు యాడ్ చేయలేదు దాంట్లో, మీ పేరులో
యాడ్ చేశాను కదా, చూడండి.
లేదండి, అది ఎదురుకుండా నేను చూస్తున్నాను.
మొదలు రాయలేదు, లాస్ట్ లో రాశారేమో, మొదట్లో రాయలేదు.
మీరు పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ లిస్ట్ లో చూడండి, మీ పేరు ఎంఆర్ అనంతన్ అనే ఉంది.
ఇప్పుడు చాట్ బాక్స్ లో రాసిన మెసేజెస్ దానికి అది తర్వాత కనపడదు కదా, ఎక్కడ రికార్డులు ఎక్కడ రాదు కదా, అది ఏమన్నా వస్తుందా? అంటే చాలా మంది ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, నా క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్సర్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, అది తర్వాత ఎక్కడ రాదు కదా. ఇంకా అది క్లోజ్ అయిన తర్వాత మనం ఆశిస్తున్నప్పుడు అది చూడలేం కాబట్టి.
ఎక్కడో చూశానండి, అంటే చాట్ బాక్స్ మెసేజెస్ ఎక్కడో నేను చూశాను. బాబు గారు మేబీ రైట్ పర్సన్ టు ఆన్సర్. కల్నల్ బాబు గారు.
ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, మొబైల్ నెంబర్స్, మన క్లాస్ చెప్పేవాళ్ళు,
అవునవును,
టీచర్స్ నెంబర్స్ ఉంటాయి, అలా ఏవో ఉంటాయి, మనకి అది మిస్ అవుతాం. అది ఎక్కడ దొరుకుతుందా? మీకు దొరుకుతుందా? అడ్మిన్ వాళ్ళకి, హోస్ట్లకి ఏమన్నా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంటుందా? క్లోజ్ అయినా కూడా
ఈ వీడియో రికార్డింగ్ లాగానే చాట్ రికార్డింగ్ కూడా ఉందేమో, బాబు గారిని అడగాలి. వన్స్ ఐ హావ్ సీన్ ఇట్, వన్స్ ఐ హావ్ సీన్ ఆల్ ది రికార్డింగ్స్, I mean chat box messages.
చెక్ పవర్ సార్ చూడండి ఒకసారి, సరిపోయింది ఆ నంబరు.
Right, I'll just check out. Yeah, now it is there. 2301. Thank you. నల్లమిల్లి వెంకటరత్నం గారు, మీరు వింటున్నారా? క్లాస్లో ఉన్నారా? ఇందాక నుంచి చెప్తున్నాను, మీ పిన్ నంబర్ మార్చండి. నేను మార్చగలను. I have been doing this for many people, but I want now, because time is there, for you people to change it. Once you change and say, remember me, it will remember. It is easy for you. Venkatratnam garu, can you open your chat box? Unmute yourself. I'll unmute yourself so that you can talk and let me know your problem. You can unmute now and talk. Nallimilli Venkatratnam garu. We have 1 or 2 minutes before Prabhu garu comes in. Venkatratnam Garu, I have asked you to unmute, kindly unmute and talk. If you have any problem in putting your PIN number. So kindly all participants don't just log in and leave the place without hearing what is being said. Now this is very embarrassing that to note that people log in and they don't listen. That is then there is no point. Our objectives are not achieved.
Namaskaram, Guru Garu.
Yavarandi?
Aruna Kumar.
Namaste. Namaskaram, namaskaram.
చిట్టుబాబు గారు ఈ రిమెంబర్ మీ అనేది ఎక్కడ కనబడట్లేదండి నాకు.
ఎవరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు?
నేను వైవిఎస్ మూర్తి అండి.
చెప్పండి.
2529 అది రోజు వేయవలసి వస్తుంది. మీరు అన్నారు ఇందాక రిమెంబర్ మీ అనేది వస్తుంది అని, ఎక్కడ నాకు కనపడలేదు అది.
మీరు ఇప్పుడు చాట్ బాక్స్ లో అది రీనేమ్ లోకి వెళ్ళండి. రీనేమ్ లోకి వెళ్తే కిందనే ఉంది చూడండి, రిమెంబర్ మీ అని ఉందా లేదా?
నాకు మూడే ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ, రైజ్ హ్యాండ్, మ్యూట్, రీనేమ్, మూడే వస్తుంది.
కరెక్టే, రీనేమ్ అని నొక్కండి. దెన్ యు గో. కిందన ఏదన్నా వస్తుందా? ఎందుకంటే నాకు
ఒక బాక్స్ లాగా వచ్చింది, దాంట్లో ఏముందంటే నేను క్యాన్సిల్, డన్, ఈ రెండే వస్తున్నాయండి.
ఓకే ఓకే, then right, then in the settings of the Zoom, there you do.
ఎందుకంటే లాస్ట్ కోర్స్ లో ఒకసారి వేసాను, అది ఉండేది కంప్లీట్.
దట్ ఈస్ సెట్టింగ్స్ లోకి వెళ్తే అది మీకు వస్తుంది.
ఓకే సార్, ఐ విల్ డూ దట్.
రైట్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఒకళ్ళు 2 సార్లుగా కనబడుతున్నారు.
అవును, 2031 అది that is sorted out. I think same, they should remember their number 2531.
అది కాదు, 2470.
2470, correct. I'll see that.
అంటే 2 డివైజెస్ నుంచి బహుశా వచ్చారు.
కుడ్ బి, అదొక ఇష్యూ. రైట్. లక్ష్మీ పర్యాద గారు, లక్ష్మీనారాయణ పర్యాద, మీరు 2 డివైజెస్ నుంచి లాగిన్ అవుతూ ఉంటే ఒక డివైస్ మూసేయండి. I don't know why you are switching on 2 devices. Can you unmute and talk?
సార్ ఓకే,
రైట్,
ఓకే
చెప్పండి.
ఓకే సార్, అది ఒక్కొక్కసారి నెట్ వస్తలేదు సార్, అందు గురించి ఫోన్ లో పెట్టినా.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే, మీరు చూసుకోండి పార్టిసిపెంట్ లిస్ట్ లో ఒకసారి చూసుకుంటే మీ పేరు 2 వస్తే సార్ ఏమిటో అర్థం కాదు, మీరేనా ఇంకోటి ఎవరన్నా అని.
లేదు సార్, నేను ఒక్కనే.
రైట్, ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ అండి.
చెప్పండి
బాబు గారు.
చెప్పండి.
ఇందాక చాట్ గురించి ఒకటి డిస్కషన్ వచ్చింది కదా, సేవ్ చేయొచ్చా అని ఆప్షన్ అడ్మిన్ కి ఉందండి.
లేదండి, మీకు మీ సెట్టింగ్స్ లో మీరు జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు మీ పేరు ఐదర్ యూ వాంట్ టు పుట్ ఇట్ as సిసి బాబు ఆర్ కల్నల్ బాబు ఆర్ సమ్ అదర్ థింగ్, అది రాస్తున్నప్పుడు అక్కడ కింద అడుగుతుంది రిమెంబర్ మీ అని చెప్పేసి.
నేను నేమ్ గురించి చెప్పట్లేదు, నేను చాట్ సేవింగ్ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నా. చాట్ సేవింగ్ ఎలాగంటే అడ్మిన్ కెన్ డూ దట్.
ఓకే, చాట్ సేవింగ్ గురించి. ఓకే ఓకే,
ఎలాగంటే అకౌంట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ లోకి వెళ్ళి అకౌంట్ సెట్టింగ్స్ లో మీటింగ్ అని ఉంది, అక్కడ మీటింగ్ లో వెబినార్ చాట్ ఆటో సేవ్ అని ఉంది, అక్కడ డిజేబుల్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది.
రైట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ
ఎనేబుల్
మచ్.
చేయండి, అది చాట్ కూడా సేవ్ అవుతుంది.
రైట్. ఐ థింక్ కళ్యాణ్ బాబు గారికి తెలుసు, నాకు తెలియదు అది, బికాస్ హీ హ్యాండిల్స్ దట్ పోర్షన్.
ఓకే.
రైట్.
లాస్ట్
Anyway,
టైం
thank you
అలానే
very much.
చేసేవాళ్ళం అండి సిసి బాబు గారు. లాస్ట్ టైం అంతా చాట్ అంతా కంప్లీట్ ఇచ్చేసేవాళ్ళం కదా,
రైట్.
అన్ని అట్లనే కాపీ చేసుకుని మళ్ళా మేము సర్క్యులేట్ చేసుకునే వాళ్ళం. అంటే
Right.
అడ్మిన్స్ కొంచెం దాని మీద ఏమైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటే ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి కదా, ఏదైనా
Right.
డ్రాప్ అయితే అనేసి.
అవును.
ఈసారి మీరు చూసి అన్ని చెప్తున్నారు క్వశ్చన్స్,
ఆహా.
ముద్దంతా మేము చాట్ తీసేసుకుని ఆ ఫ్యాకల్టీకి పంపించే వాళ్ళం, ఎక్కువ ఉండిందంటే బేసిక్ కోర్స్.
రైట్.
యా వి యూస్ టు హ్యాండిల్ ఇట్ ద సేమ్ వే.
అందుకని చూశాను, ఒకసారి చూశాను, చాలా
అవును.
క్వశ్చన్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు చూశాను. Right.
అవును, చాట్ అంతా అదంతా కంప్లీట్ నేను చేసి పంపించేదాన్ని. దాన్ని ఎడిటింగ్ చేసేసి ప్రభాకర్ మహోదయకి, కర్నల్ గారికి అంతా షేర్ చేసేవాళ్ళం, అందరు
అవును.
ఫ్యాకల్టీస్. ఇప్పుడు
ఓకే.
ఏం ప్రభు గారు ఏదో లేట్ అయినట్టు. వీళ్ళు నంబర్స్ కొంతమంది వేయరు కదా, 2 times రిపీట్ అవుతుంది కదా, నేను అది నోట్ చేసుకుంటా ఉంటాను. ఎవరిది కొంతమంది 2 times ఇచ్చిన వాళ్ళది ఐ విల్ జస్ట్ యాడ్ ఓన్లీ వన్స్ ఇన్ ది అటెంప్ట్.
రైట్. అంటే వాళ్ళు చెప్పారు కదా, వాళ్ళది ఒకసారి ల్యాప్టాప్ ఏదో ప్రాబ్లం అవుతే మొబైల్ డేటాలో చేస్తాడు.
కొంతమంది 2 times చేస్తారు. సో నో ప్రాబ్లం, దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ అ బిగ్ ప్రాబ్లం. బికాస్ ఐ విల్ బి రికార్డింగ్ ఇన్ సీరియల్ వైస్ కాబట్టి అటెండెన్స్ ఐ విల్ జస్ట్ టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్.
ప్రాబ్లం ఎక్కడ వస్తుందంటే
వాళ్ళు మాత్రం
సేమ్ నంబర్ ఇంకో ఇద్దరు వాడితే మాత్రం ప్రాబ్లమే.
అదే కొంతమంది అంటే కరెక్ట్ గా వేస్తుంటారు. ఇప్పుడు నాకేమంటే జనరల్లీ కొంతమంది మిస్ అయింటే ఐ జస్ట్ రీనేమ్ దెమ్ ఆర్ సో దట్ దే విల్ గో ఇంటు సీరియల్ ఆర్డర్ అని చెప్పి. జనరల్లీ సత్యవతి గారిది 2140 ఎప్పుడు నేనే వేస్తుంటాను.
ఇప్పుడు అలాగే వేసేసుకుంటున్నాం మనము కొన్ని. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫణీంద్ర జయంతి గారిది నాకు తెలుసు
2031.
అప్పుడు వేసేసుకుంటూ ఆయనకి తెలియట్లేదు, ఆయన వేయట్లేదని.
లేదు, ఇప్పుడు ఎంఆర్ అనంతన్ గారు వేయట్లే, బట్ ఐ నో హిస్ నంబర్ కాబట్టి ఐ జస్ట్ పుట్ ఇట్. మీరు నల్లమిల్లి వెంకటరత్నం గారు అన్నారు, ఇట్ ఈస్ 2300. సో ఇట్స్ ఆల్ లైక్ దట్ వి కీప్ డూయింగ్. నాకు వీళ్ళ పేర్లతో నంబర్లు ఫెమిలియర్ అయిపోయింది, అది అటెండెన్స్ ఇస్తా ఉంటాం.
రామ్మోహన్ నమిలి గారు, మీ మొబైల్ నంబర్ కాదండి, మాకు పిన్ నంబర్ కావాలి. రామ్మోహన్ నమిలి గారు, రామ్మోహన్ గారు మీరు పిన్ నంబర్ రాయాలండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ. పిఎస్ మూర్తి గారు పిన్ నంబర్ రాయలేదు.
ఆయన ఒక్కదేమో నంబర్ వచ్చేసింది అనుకుంటా, 2420 ఆయన నంబరు అప్పుడే కనపడింది.
అవును, ఇప్పుడు వెళ్ళిపోయింది. అంటే లాగిన్ లాగౌట్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు మొబైల్ నుంచి అది వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటుంది.
ఈరోజు ప్రభు గారేమో లేట్ అయినట్టుంది.
Prabhu garu is not taking the call, or he must have missed, something happened.
So we can continue with the exam.
Who is saying this?
నేను బాబు మాట్లాడుతున్నానండి.
లేదండి, we will give them enough notice. And
ఓకే. ప్రభు గారు వచ్చేసారు.
ప్రభు గారు వచ్చారా?
వచ్చారండి.
It is a good news. Prabhu garu vacharu.
Hello.
Namaskaram andi Prabhu garu.
Namaskar. Sorry, I was having some problem. Okay, sir. Can I start?
Yeah. Please andi. Please start. Panani grammar.
Panani grammar ivala.
ఆయన కోర్స్ చేయాలండి.
Okay, friends, the Vedas.
Take your time and no problem. Take your time and settle down, then we will do.
Right. The Vedas have the Vedangas. There are 6 Vedangas. We have studied the Samhita portion in the Purusha Suktam, Sri Suktam and other things. That is, you see the if you have to understand even one word in the Veda, you need the Vedangas. The Vedangas are the Siksha, Kalpam, Vyakaranam, Nirukta, Chanda, Jyotish. So these 6 Vedangas are compulsory requirements for understanding any part of the Veda. And therefore, every student of the Veda after Upanayanam will be parallelly instructed in both the Vedas and Vedangas. So that's why you will find the names of the Veda Pathshalas, Veda Vedanga Gurukulam. It means chanting of the Veda, the Sri Suktam, Purush Suktam and other things. And also they study Vedangas. The Vedangas include the Panani, Vyakaranam, or its commentaries, or interpretations like Kaumudi or Kashika. And of course, before Vyakaranam is Siksha. Siksha means it is the basic education comprising of how to pronounce alphabets, how to chant, how to speak, what is the source from which the alphabets like ka, kha, ga, gha come, like, and how to basic things. So that is called Siksha. Of course, in modern day Hindi, the word Siksha means education as a whole. But here Siksha means the basic phonology or the basic speaking, alphabets, etc. And then comes Vyakaranam, is the second Vedangam. So Vyakaranam is called Mukham Vyakaranam. Vyakaranam is compared to mouth. So if you have to speak, what is the correct way to speak? What is erroneous way? What is grammatical? What is not grammatical? If you speak without any grammar, it will be invalid, it will be rejected. So the grammar, the correct formation of the sentences, the correct formation of the words, correct formation of compound words, or which can be either euphonic called sandhis, or it could be compound and complex words like samasas. So all these are covered in the Vyakaranam, whose present day authoritative text is Panani Vyakaranam, which is called Ashtadhyayi. So now this Ashtadhyayi, because it has got 8 chapters, the 8 chapters of Ashtadhyayi comprise about 5,000 sutras or rules. I will explain that in detail. It's a very vast subject. I'll try to summarize within half an hour, 40 minutes. Then the second thing we have is the third thing we have is Niruktam, which is etymology, the dictionary thesaurus for the Veda, only for the Veda. That is Niruktam, whose present day text is by Yaska Muni. So the words and their synonyms and their meanings as in they are understood in the Veda, not outside the Veda. So we have broadly 2 categories, Laukikam, Vaidikam. Laukikam, Vaidikam. Samskrita Sahitya, or the activities or thought process or philosophies or anything has 2 parts, Laukikam and Vaidikam, 2 different things. So Vaidikam means what is inside the Veda, because the Veda is a body of knowledge recorded over a period of huge, something like 1 lakh years or 50,000 years, and after which the normal Laukika Sanskritam came, for which Valmiki is Adikavi. So usually I ask a question to people, everybody falters. So who is Adikavi or Valmiki is for which language? They'll say Sanskrit. Then what about Vedas? Vedas are also in Sanskrit. Is Valmiki the first author of Vedas? No, he's not even there in the list of rishis in the Vedas. He is much later person. So that means Valmiki is not the Adi Kavi for the Vedic Sanskrit language. He is the Adi Kavi for the what is called Laukika or classical Sanskrit language, which is post-Vedic. It is like Hindi. So at the time of Valmiki, whatever language was being spoken, he wrote Ramayana in that language. And so Lava Kusha sang songs on the streets of Ayodhya in the same language. Similarly, Tulsidas wrote the Ramayana in Hindi much later in the local colloquial language. So Hindi is like the modern Sanskrit, or Sanskrit is like ancient Hindi. So before Sanskrit was Vedic Sanskrit, which is a different language. It is not like Hindi and Sanskrit are not same. Are Hindi and Sanskrit same? No. But Hindi contains 60-70% words from Sanskrit. So similarly, the classical Sanskrit or the Laukika Sanskrit contains 90 or 95% words or 80%, 85% words from the Vedas or the Vedic Sanskrit. But it is not same. The grammar is also different. Words mean different things. Like the word Devata in classical or Laukika Sanskrit means goddess or god. Whereas in Vedic Sanskrit it means Vishaya, that is subject. That is how the entire meaning changes. And similarly, grammar also changes. Like Bhadram Karne Bhisrunayam Deva. It is wrong. According to Laukika Sanskrit, it should be Bhadram Karnabhyam, because we have 2 ears. So, but it is correct in the Vedic Sanskrit. So it has different rules, different grammar, different words, different meanings. So those meanings are given in the Niruktam. So Siksha, Kalpam, Vyakarana, Niruktam, Chandas and Jyotish, last 2. Chandas is the meter, the Gayatri Chandas, Anushtup Chandas, Bruhati Chandas, the meter in which the poems or hymns, Vedic hymns are announced or pronounced. And next is the Jyotisham. Jyotisham is equated to eye. If you don't have eye, you cannot see the world. So without Jyotisham, you cannot know when to perform yajna. Right now, one big yajna is ongoing in Pragati resorts. When to perform yajnas, how to calculate time, the Kala Gamanam, Kala Shastram is Jyotish Shastra, Vedanga Jyotisham. Lagadhava is associated as a prime source. But anyway, all these people are prime sources of the texts in those subjects. But before them also, those subjects existed and texts existed. So coming back to Panani, like the Vyakarana of Panani. Panani is dated around 7th century BC at Takshashila University. He was a professor at Takshashila University, which is right now in Pakistan. And a duplicate Takshashila University is being planned to be set up at near Delhi by Deepak Singhal and others. I am also invited to participate in the deliberations. So in Takshashila University, Panani, in fact, it is his title. The word Pani means hand, Panani means Saraswati. So it is the title given to him. His original name must be something else. And so Panini Acharya Panini had some 150 to 200 group of members of the group with whose help he created this Ashtadhyayi grammar. Again, he is not the first, but he is the last. Last in the sense, nobody could do better than him. People only did commentaries to his work. The great Patanjali, of course, we may have 2 Patanjalis. The one Patanjali who wrote the Yoga Sutras must be older because he is immediately after Kapila. And the Patanjali who wrote the Mahabhashya for the Panini's grammar rules. Panini's grammar Ashtadhyayi is so great that a personality like Patanjali wrote a Mahabhashyam, a great commentary to Panini's Ashtadhyayi, explaining more detail each and every word in that grammar text called Ashtadhyayi. Now, before Panani, of course, Panani himself refers to people like Katsyayana, Shakatayana. He refers there how their opinion is differing from his opinion in a particular context. But before Panani, there were many other grammarians. We have of course, the Panani grammar Ashtadhyayi is meant for normal Sanskrit, Laukika, classical Sanskrit, which we have discussed, for which Valmiki is the Adi Kavi. But the point is that he has also given the rules for the Vedic Sanskrit along with the classical normal Sanskrit for the word formations or for the sentence formations or for samasa, sandhi, everything. As a special case, as an additional case. So now, before Panani, much before Panani, there were other Vyakaranams like Aindra Vyakaranam, Indra's Vyakaranam. Some people say, we don't know for sure, at that time, the language was much less sophisticated and less evolved. And that is equivalent to the old Tamil. And there is one book called Aintiram. So that is the old Tamil grammar book. It's same because in Tamil Tan they are same. The same thing is now interpreted as Aindram or Indra Vyakaranam. And then there is one Chandra Vyakaranam, which we don't have now. And we don't know whether Aintiram, old Tamil, is same as the Indra Vyakaranam, but some people say it could be the same. And next we have Hanuman also. Anjaneya was a great Nava Vyakarana Vetta. He knew 9 Vyakaranas in Ramayana period. So before Ramayana period, before Treta Yuga and Krita Yuga and other times, or in the previous Manvantras, there was possibly Indra Vyakaranam and Chandra Vyakaranam. And Panani belongs to Kali Yuga, very recent. He is our contemporary, so to say, very recent. In 7th century BC, that's about 2,800 years ago, he lived at Takshashila University. And he created this miracle. It is, I can tell you friends, without any doubt, that this is the greatest achievement of human brain till today. Because in 4,000 sutras, in 8 chapters, sutra means a small text, cryptic text. I'll explain more. He has bound the entire language of Sanskrit and Vedic Sanskrit. So every word in Sanskrit language can be generated without a computer through the rules of Panani, through the human brain. Generative grammar, he has given generation, and using which the human brain is supposed to be performing the recognition. That is Siddhi and Vyutpatti. Siddhi is generation. Vyutpatti is recognition. Nowadays, we are having generative artificial intelligence. It generates text. Chat GPT generates text. It generates programs. Panani's Ashtadhyayi can generate words, compound words, combinations of words, given the roots and suffixes, given the context and semantics. So I have developed an object knowledge model based on Panani's definition of the language to describe the semantics of any situation, the meaning, without getting lost into the language. I will give a separate lecture or separate description on that some other time. It's more purely for computer science, artificial intelligence people. But now Panani has given this grammar in 8 chapters, and he has given he has used codes. In fact, many features of computer science, programming, software development are there in Panani's Ashtadhyayi. Way before Ada Lovelace or Charles Babbage and all these people who developed computer science. So Panani in 7th century BC, with his group of 150 students, developed this wonder. a machine, which of course there is no computer there, but human brain itself was used as a computer. It's a software machine which can generate words, and every word in Sanskrit language, which is called bhasha in Panani's grammar, it's not, the word Sanskritam is not there. The only word bhasha is there. Like the word Hindu is not there. Only Sanatana Dharma is there, or Sindhu is there. So here he simply uses the word bhasha. Bhashayam, there is a sutra. In the bhasha, this will happen in this context. So each rule will say the character transformations which happen at different points of time in the sequence of operations in the formation of the words or formation of the compound words or euphonic words, sandhi, samasa, and so on. So now these sutras are using codes, meta codes, and recursion also, and some features which are not used today in any computer science features, any computer science activity. He has used all these things extensively, and my own personal journey was very, very exciting. Why I am today in front of you talking about this is because of my very intimate association with Panani's Ashtadhyayi when I was 12 years old in Mehboob College High School, which is opposite to Patni Center in Patni. There was, right now it is called SVIT, Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology, because Vivekananda actually came there. In that school, when I was 12 years, in 1967, there was a Pandit of Kashi. Kashi has one institute called Pananiya Mahavidyalaya at Moti Jheel, Varanasi. So he came from there. His name is Dharmananda Shastri. He came as a part of the Arya Samaj missionary activities to promote Sanskrit language and grammar. And he delivered a course for 3 months in my own school, Mehboob College High School. Mehboob is the name of Mehboob Ali Khan, who constructed that, who is the father of Nizam, Usman Ali Khan, and Mehboob Ali Khan constructed the Usmania University on the name of his son. So on the name of Mehboob Ali Khan, this Mehboob College was there. It was my high school, and that's where this course was delivered. And I taught that batch, and he also delivered one batch in Hyderabad. This was in Secunderabad. And he later delivered hundreds of such courses, batches, all over India, mostly in Hyderabad surroundings, and also in Kanpur and here and there, and he died recently. And he is from RS Samaj background. And I learned this Ashtadhyayi from him. There is a method called Saralatama Vidhi, which was developed by his teacher, whose name is Brahmadatta Jinyasu, is a very great name. People today also, you can check in the Google also, Brahmadatta Jinyasu. So he developed a method called Saralatama Vidhi, easiest way to teach and learn Sanskrit. In English, it's called Demolat. Teaching and easiest method of learning Sanskrit. So this person, he was a top scholar. His daughter is Pushpa, who is there in Raipur. She developed another method called Paushpya method, which is there even today, which is deviated from the original Brahmadatta Jinyasu's Saralatama Vidhi. I learned the Saralatama Vidhi in 3 months. I was able to translate Vedic mantras, let alone normal Sanskrit into English. So a lot of people ask me, where did you study Sanskrit? In Usman University or Andhra University or MA or PhD? What? I never studied Sanskrit in any college or university. But today I am declared as a Sanskrit scholar because of the power of Panani's Ashtadhyayi. And in 3 months only, in 44 lessons, actually it should be 44 days, it is doubled more or less. And within that time, I could learn so much which people who study BA, MA in Sanskrit cannot learn. And the power of Ashtadhyayi is so high without mugging up. Normally, Sanskrit people mug up. Rama, 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 that mug up, Here, without mugging up. In fact, it's written on the front page without mugging up. Vinarate. 44 lessons, 44 days or more. You can learn Sanskrit from scratch. I was 12 years old boy. And then go up to topmost Vedic mantras translation. That is the power of Ashtadhyayi method. Because the method adopted, friends, I have to declare one very important statement that why Sanskrit language has not seen its full popularity in this country or in the world in the last 200 years is one main reason. That's not the only reason, but one of the main reasons is the method used to teach it. People use what is called Kaumudi method. And that Kaumudi method is like, if you ask where is your nose, it is like showing my nose is here instead of showing like this. So it is a roundabout thing, which is totally wrong. And that is what is being used to teach Sanskrit. And that is why people don't have interest. They get fed up, they run away. Whereas this Ashtadhyayi method, originally used in India, because when Yuan Sang, the Mauryan, came to India, they recorded that Ashtadhyayi method is being used in all the Pathshalas in India, Veda Pathshalas, Sanskrit Pathshalas. So without mugging up, they know all the word forms of all words in Sanskrit by understanding the generation process, Siddhi. I have attended one recitation of a child who knew the entire Ashtadhyayi by heart, both forwards and backwards. So only that Ashtadhyayi is so powerful that it can generate all the words through the Siddhi process. Now, I'll explain a little bit about Ashtadhyayi. It's a 3-month course, but I'll try to put in half an hour. The 8 chapters of Ashtadhyayi start with what is called the Maheshwara Sutras, or the sounds generated by the Damaru of Lord Shiva when he performed the Shivatandavam at Chidambaram, which was witnessed by Patanjali, in addition to Vyagrapada and various others. So the sounds which came out of the Damaru, Ayun, Rulruk, Evom, Ayavaratlan, Jamananam, Javan, Gadadas, Javagadadas, Kapachatato, Kapai, Sachasarhal. These are the sounds. So those sounds are the foundation of the language we call the Sanskrit today, and they are also the foundation for all languages of the world, which are distortions, avabramshas of the Sanskrit language. So this Maheshwara Sutra, that is the Ayun, they are the we form the what are called the chords and like short forms like ach. Ach means I urul rievo ayav. I undul kevom ayavch till cha. If you say ak, then it is I urul ruk, I undul ruk. If you say an, then it is ayu. That is the first alphabet, and the last alphabet taken together will be the short form abbreviation. That is about the Maheshwara Sutras. And if you say hal, hal means hatula. So all these are called hals. So using these words, ach, an, ak, like iko, yanachi, there is a sutra. Ik means iururu, will become yan, means yavarala, when ach is in the next. So using certain codifications, he has explained such rules like Iko Yanachi, Vriddhi Radhaich is a Sanya Sutra. He defines Vriddhi as A-I. So A Vriddhi Radhaich. That is the first sutra of the Panani's Ashtadhyayi. Second is Ikoyanachi. Whenever, not second, later, whenever it comes, if there is ach next to it, ach means any of the vowels, I, U, R, E, O, Yav, and it will become yan. Yan means yavarara. So Yururu will become yavarara. So that is the well-known sandhi, Yanades sandhi. And then similarly, Savarna Dirgha sandhi is given by the sutra. Akas Savarne Dirgha. Ak, whenever, that means Ayuru. Whenever there is Savarna, that means Tulyasya Prayatnam Savarna, equivalent Savarna next to it, it will become Dirgha. So this way, the Sanya Sutras, the Vidhi, Nishedha should not happen. They are all there. And the most important thing is the Adhikara Anuvritti concept. In the Sutras in 8 chapters, for each Sutra, there is an Adhikara given. Till 5.4.113, this will be valid. So till 5th chapter, 4th subchapter, 130 Sutra, whenever you take any Sutra, this Sutra also will come and appear next to it. So, like example, if you take Chutu, there is one sutra called Chutu. Only Chutu, 2 letters are there. Chutu. Chu means Chavarga, Ta means Tavarga. Chachadajna and Tachadada. So, if you perform the analysis with Adhikara or Anuvritti, the previous sutras which are having jurisdiction will appear. Upadeshe, Chutu, Itsanya Bhavati, that's what it means. So that means in the Upadeshas of Panani, 5 are his Upadeshas. Panani wrote 5 books. That's why they're called Upadeshas. His Ashtadhyayi is only 1, but he has written Dhatu Patha, the dictionary of the roots, verb roots. Then he has written Unadigana for the noun roots. Then he has written Varnocharana Siksha, how to pronounce the alphabets from which part of the tongue or throat. So all the 5 texts, in these 5 texts, they are called Upadeshas. Upadesha Ajanunasika It. So like for example, when you take Rama Ha, so you have Rama Su to start with, right? Su Avjas, Samauchas, Tabhyamnis, Kebhyamnis, Kasibhyamnis, Naso, Sam, Yo, Sup. This is Sup, Subantas, we say noun forms. So these 27, 21, 7 into 3. 7 vibhakti is 3, singular, dual, and plural. When you say Rama and Su together, then that U in Su will disappear by this process of Upadesha Ajanunasika It. So it becomes It. It means Adarshanam, it will become Tasya Lopaha. It will be removed. What is Lopaha? So you define Adarshanam Lopaha, disappearing. So that S will remain and S will become Ru. Sasajusho Ru, there is one sutra. So, and then again from Ru, U will go away because of Upadesha Ajanunasika, the Ru will remain, Ramur will become, and then Visarga will come by another sutra. Instead of Ramar, it will become Ramaha. So this way Ramaha is formed. Similarly for Ramasya, Rama, Ramena, there is a sutra called Tangasingasaminatsya. Whenever Ta or Nasi or Nas is there, it will become in, At and Sya. So Ramata becomes Rama Ina, and with Gunasandhi it becomes Ramena. Similarly, if it is Panchami, Abhyamyas, Gebhyamyas, Gasibhyamyas, so Gasi. So Rama Gasi. So Gasi will become At. So again, when 2 As are there, one A will go with Ami Purve. So Ramat, Panchami Ekavachanam. So all this will happen. And like this, all the Subantas, Akaranta, Ikaranta, Ukaranta, all these are shown, not by hearted, how the transformation of the characteristics happens. And then finally, the final form is achieved. This is Subanta Siddhi. Similarly, in the Tinganta, that is verb roots. There are 5,000 verb roots in the Dhatu Patha in 10 different ganas. So for each gana, the same set of rules will apply. Like Bhuadi gana, we have the, say for example, Patha Dhatu, reading. What is Patha? Patha Vyaktayam Vachi, that is the definition. an expressible or understandable expression is called reading. So now if you take the Vartaman Kala Ekvachana, tip will be there. Just like Suo, just Amochas, Tabhambis, Gebhambis, Gazibhambis. So some we have for the verbs. Tiptas ji, Sipthastha, Mipvasmas, Ta Atam Jata, Satham Bam Mitwahim. So when you take tip, Atha tip, that Pa will be Halantyam. There is again It Sanya, like I told you how the Padesha Arjunasakit and Chutu, similar next to it is Halantyam. So when there is a Antyam Hal, it will again become It and it will become Lopa, Tasya Lopaha. So in tip, the Pa will go away, Ti will remain, Patha and Ti is Pathati. Similarly, Tas, again, Tas, Sa will become Visarga, as I told you in the case of Ramas. And then Pathataha and Jhontaha, one sutra is there where Pathati, Pathataha, Pathanti, how it becomes Tiptas Ji. Pathat Ji becomes Ant. So Jha becomes Ant and so Pathanti it becomes. So this way, each and every word, Patati, Patata, Pathanti, Patasi, Patatha, Patatha, Pathami, Pathavaha, Pathamaha. So yes, the Siddhi will be explained how the word has formed based on the rules. So once you have understood the process, then it will be automatically ingrained in the brain. You don't have to mug up. They will explain you the process in our Saralatam Vidhi, different chapters, starting with one form, Alanta, Vak, that is easiest. Vak, Vacha, Vani, and all that. So then they go into Akaranta Pulinga, Ikaranta Pulingagni, then it go into all Srilingas are Dirghantas, like Sita, Lakshmi. So they'll show some Srilingas and then they'll show Napuslingas. By the time we cover all these things, you already know in your brain. When you see the word, you can identify what the word is without mugging up. That is the beauty of this technique. And next we have the work forms. So Tigantas. So I told you about Patata. Similar, this will be shown for different lakaras. What are lakaras? Lakaras are 10 different tenses or moods. Normally in English or Telugu, we have only 3 tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. But in Sanskrit, we have 10. Because not only 3, which simple past, simple present, simple future, but also historic past, non-today past, anadjatana bhutakala, anadjatana bhavishyakala, non-today future, and remote past. That is historic, not lit lakara. Like for example, in the Bhagavad Gita, we have the word Uvacha, Arjuna Uvacha. It should have been Avadat. Why it is Uvacha and not Avadat? Because it is a historic past. So whoever has written that book is telling it happened long back. It is not today or not yesterday. So Papatha, Uvacha. So all this lit lakaram it is called. Vartamane lat. Present tense is lat. That is Pathati, Pathataha, Pathanti. All these are lat. And Babhuva, Apatha, Papatha. All these are historic past. Lit, lat, lit. Lot, long, ling, long, like this 10 are there. So future tense also, today's future, non-today's future, and remote future, and then past perfect. And then we have the Vedic usage alone in one lakara is dedicated for Veda. Only in Vedas that usage is there. Chandas, it's called Chandasi. Bahulam Chandasi, Vibhasha Chandasi. Every rule when he gives, it may be applicable in the Veda or not applicable, or it may something else may be applicable instead of this. It's the most profound, intricate science. If you have not studied Vyakaranam, your life is a waste, your brain is a waste. So that is the power of the Panani's Vyakaranam. So now this way in the Saralatama Vidhi course, we teach we learn all the 10 lakaras apart from the subantas, all forms of subantas and all tingantas. Again, the lakaras will be word formation will be different for each gana. So just like in Subantas, we have Akaranta, Ikaranta, Ukaranta. In Tingantas, we have Padigana and other ganas, and 10 ganas are there. So for each gana, the formation like Juhoti, Apani, Vyuhvati Pranam, Prane, Panam, Tathapare. Juhoti should have become Juhonti as per the Padigana, but it becomes Juhvati in plural. In Bahuvachanam, Juhoti in singular will become Juhvati. Because it's Juhadi Gana, it's a different Gana, its usage is different. So we covered 10 Ganas and 10 Lakaras. And so it is a definitely an intricate system, but made it extremely scientific and simple. In the whole world, no subject is so fascinating, intricate, and powerful than the Panani Shastradhyaya till today, and it will never be in future also. Na bhuto na bhavishyat. That is the wonder of Panani Shastradhyaya. So I repeat again the Maheshwar Sutras. I would, rul ruk, e om, I ouch, hayavaran, lam, yamana nam, jabhanj, jabagadadas, jabagadadagap, kapachadata kapai, kapai sashasar hal. All Ach and Hal are covered. You can find it in the Google or any other text. You take any Ashtadhyayi text, you will find first only Maheshwara Sutras. Ayun, Rulruk, Evong, I ouch, Hayavarat, none. You can't write down. It's difficult. You can see in the print form or in the Google. Ayun, Rulruk, Evong, I ouch, Hayavarat, none, Yamananam, Jabhanj, Hadadash, Jabagadash, Kabachatato, Kapai, Sachasar, Hal. So all vowels and consonants are there in it, and it has got very profound meaning beyond grammar as. So if you see the sequence, Hayavara land, that is Hayavara la, is given in that sequence. It refers to the cosmology, the creation of the universe. Ha is Akasha, in the subtle to gross. Ya is Vayu. Actually, in Mantra Shastra, they are the Bijaksharas for that particular Devata. Ha, Ya, Va is Apa. Tasmade, Tasmad, Atmanaha, Akasha, Sambhutaha, Akashad, Vayu, Vayu, Ragnihi, and then after Vayu, Haya, Va, Ra, La. Vagne, Rabaha, Abja, Prithvi, La is Prithvi, last. So that sequence is indicated here, Haya, Va, La. And the Maheshwar Sutras are the foundation. They are the foundation for all language in the world, all communication in the world possible through sounds given here. They are also known as Shiva Sutras, both are same. So now apart from the Subantas and Tingantas, they have also given the sutras for sandhis like Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. Akas Savarne Dirgha Iko Yanachi is Yanadis Sandhi. So like this, all the so-called sandhis given by our Telugu grammarians or Sanskrit, they are all just copied from the Panani Ashtadhyayi. Paravastu Chinnai Suri simply took it from Panani Sutras and expanded as an explanation. And then similarly, we, of course, I'm talking of the Tatsamas. In Telugu language or any Indian language, you have three categories of words: Tatsamas, Tadbhavas, and Deshas. So Tatsamas are Sanskrit words, Tadbhavas are distortions of Sanskrit, Prakriti Vikriti, and Deshas are local words. So local words like Yadru, Yerpatu, Rendu, Mudu, Nalu, these local words in Telugu are the same as local words in all Dravidian languages, including Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, Brahui in Balochistan, Goldi in Madhya Pradesh, and Elamite in Iran. All have the Dravidian words. They are same. Veshyas and Tatsamas are Sanskrit words which are same, and Tadbhavas are distortions. Prakriti, Lakshmi, Lachi, Supam, Pappu, like this, the distortions will be there. So the entire Ashtadhyayi covers all possible words in the language, and Patanjali gave a Mahabhashyam to expand and elaborate in detail the statements of Ashtadhyayi. Of course, there's another easier commentary called Kasika, which is used. Mahabhashyam means is very top. If you studied Mahabhashyam, then you are a Vyakarana to full scale. And why Vyakaranam is required? Otherwise, the language cannot be disciplined. There is no language. Language will be formed only through Vyakarana. So now, in 1988, with the help of my good friend Shivaper Raju, who is right now in Google in Boston, we have developed first time in the world a C procedure equivalent of a Panani Sutra. For 100 sutras we wrote, and then we could make the machine generate the Akaranta Pullinga Shabda, Rama Rama Rama, on its own, and also recognize the words on the computer. So we have applied for patent also at that time. We have written papers, we got awards. So after that, I applied similar technique to Telugu and Hindi and made a translator called Birla Trans, which can translate Hindi to Telugu in 90s. And then after that, recently I developed object knowledge model, which I extended it for big data also, which contains any knowledge in the world can be expressed as a sequence of objects, a stream of objects. The objects could be either entities or activities, nouns and verbs. If it is entity, it will have gender, number, case. If it is activity, it will have person, number, tense. So any sentence in any language in the world contains a frame of knowledge of these objects. If you have a translator which can translate the language words into this OKM, then you can have, like, say, Rama killed Ravana. It will become Rama bracket 1, 1, 1, Pradhama Vibhakti Ekavachanam Pullingam. Then Ravana bracket 2, 1, Ditya Vibhakti Ekavachanam Pullingam. And then kill bracket 3, 3, third person past and singular. So this frame of knowledge equivalent to Rama killed Ravana is independent of the language. If of course one base language for the word forms from dictionary has to be used, otherwise it's independent of language. And then you can generate the output in any language which you want. So multilingual translation will be possible. And if you represent knowledge in these frames in a knowledge base, you can do query. So recently I extended OKM to accommodate non-linguistic objects. So by adding an ID, type, and units. So type itself shows as a linguistic object, or it is a stream object, or any other object. And if it is, for example, a stream object, it will have units, like temperature object, then it will have units. So ID, type, so I have added these attributes in addition to the linguistic attributes, which are gender, number, case. And I wrote a BNF grammar. So using this OKM, you can represent knowledge independent of language. And you can use it for semantic web better than the existing semantic web platforms like RDF, where only Dvitiya Vibhakti is used, whereas here I am using all the 7 Vibhaktis. And it is better than OWL in the same content, in the context of natural language features. And we have extended it to big data now, in addition to semantic web. So this extended OKM is the only model available today for capturing linguistic objects as well as stream objects, because we integrated OKM with Kafka. Kafka is a stream processing platform which can maintain data lakes. So it provides a mechanism for metadata. When I provide OKM for metadata in Kafka, then I have a big data platform for linguistic as well as non-linguistic objects like streams. So volume, velocity, and variety all are taken care by this model. This is the only such model in the world. I presented in a conference held at the University of Technology at Sydney in Australia, conducted by a Japanese consortium of universities, where they have appreciated this model. I finished my presentation. Thank you.
ధన్యవాదములండి ప్రభు గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ. అండ్ Now we will take some question answers. Anything in chat box? Anybody has written?
Yeah, there is one question is already answered about the Mahesh has to be said slowly as to note it down maybe, but then he has already answered that question.
Noting down will be difficult. I can speak slowly once again. I would rul ruk a om I ouch haya varat lan yamananam javanch gadadash jabagadash kapa chatata kapai session sarah. It looks weird, right? So, but that's what it is.
I think when it is set fast, then you can feel the Damuru's sounds.
Yes. I want to look a wonga yauchaya varatlan yamananam javan gadadas jabagadadas kapa chatata kapai sarah.
Yeah, I think it's very nice. Otherwise, there is only one, I think, explanation given by Gautam Mukherjee that Shabda Rupa and Dhatu Rupa can be formed on case-to-case basis for all Vibhakti, and one does not have to memorize anything. This is
yes,
very
that's
interesting.
what that is the sum and substance of the entire approach method. Kafka is a big data platform used for data streams.
Okay. So,
yes, today's class is huge. Yes, no, Sarala Tama, not Sama, Tama. Sarala Tama, TAMA. It will be available. You just search in the Google. You will get Sarala Tama Vidhi. Books are also there. Of course, it will be very difficult to learn through books. The teacher course will be better. A modified Sarala Tama Vidhi course is being offered by Pushpaji at Raipur in so
yeah.
What is that? Somebody said no knowledge means what?
No. He said that processing and following your lecture, sir, I have no knowledge to ask any question. That's what he means. When you said Ashtadhyayi and then Saralatama Vidhi and all, I remember my brother going to the course. He attended this Ashtadhyayi course. And then he was coming and telling so many things. I never got anything. My father used to understand. They used to discuss. Now I understand it's very important one. Is it possible to learn systematically the Ashtadhyayi staying in a hostel?
Oh, you can stay anywhere, but you have to learn. Learning. There are methods. There are now, I think, some courses available online. I'm not very sure. You just check in the Google who is teaching what and all that. But personally, courses were being taught throughout India by. So, in fact, we can organize some such courses in future if possible. We'll in case there is demand for it. Of course, it's very difficult process, but to those who are committed, like the only thing I had when I learned this was my commitment, nothing else. And at that time, I didn't know programming, but after I grew up, I learned programming. So I found this is computer science. So the first yes, Vyoma is conducting some courses. Is Vyoma conducting Saralatama Vidhi course? I am asking a question. The person should answer who has put that Vyoma comment. Is it conducting Saralatama? I don't know if it's. I met that owner of Vyoma in Bangalore. Right. I'll have to check.
He is not sure whether it's.
Yeah. So Saralatama Vidhi courses are conducted online or not. I don't know. If we were planned, I wanted to give some lectures only, not entire course. So I just gave one lecture today. Shall we close?
Yeah, I think there are no questions further. Just a minute. Like Babu, just a minute. I'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. I think we will close.
There's one question, 5 text under Upadesha. So first is Upadesha, that is Varnocharana Siksha, then Ashtadhyayi, then Dhatu Patha, then there is an Unadigana, that is, and then there is the 5th one is about the noun forms, and I don't remember right now. So yes, for 10 ganas, Dhatu Shabdas can be identified from the Prachaya by the, if you understand the Siddhi process. If you undergo this entire course, then you'll be able to identify. As I told you, the proof of the success of this course is in front of you. That is myself. I have not learned any Sanskrit in any college, any degree, anything else, except this Saralatama Vidhi when I was 12 years old in 9th class. This is a separate course, it's not part of the school syllabus. So once I know only that, with that I could do translations. I have translated the Yoga Taravadi, a text on yoga by Shankaracharya into English when I was 17 years old. First time in the world. Then I have translated the Vaiseshika Sutras and with commentaries, the physics of Vaiseshika. I have translated Vedic mantras in some cases. And now I am giving lectures and courses. All this is based on Saralatama Vidhi course. So I wish you all the best. You learn Saralatama Vidhi. Then you also become Sanskrit scholars in shortcut like me. The PS Murthy is sitting in Varanasi and is having a doubt. Yes, PS Murthy, tell me. You want to go and try out that place in Moti Jheel?
Sir, good evening. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, అది ఎక్కడ అన్న నాకు కొంచెం మీరు ఫీల్ ఉన్నప్పుడు వాట్సాప్ పెడితే.
No, I only know one thing. You can check in the Google also. Panani Mahavidyalaya.
Okay.
In Moti Jheel.
Acha, Moti Jheel. Okay.
Varanasi. And it must be there even today, or there is another institute there, girls institute, where this is being taught. And like you, of course, you have gone there only for 1 year, but one person whom I know, Renu, she is a young lady who has renounced the world. She has not taken sannyas, but she's a recluse who lives in Varanasi. Having born in America, she gave up everything and she's a Keralite. I'll give her address. She knows that institute where they invited me to give a lecture, but I could not go there last time. So I'll give you the contact of this Renu. I gave many lectures at Banaras University. Okay. 2 times I went. My son also gave lectures and conferences. 2 times I went and my son came once last time.
Okay.
Okay then. So next, any other question?
Sir, one more clarification I am asking. Sir, this Yara Vala you said, La represents Prithvi word. Like that, how many word combinations will be there? Infinite or what?
No. The 5 Panchabhutas, 5 alphabets are there.
Okay.
Ayavarala.
Okay.
That is in sequence. From
Achha.
Only Ra is Agni. It is not a gross or subtle. All others are showing the subtle to gross.
Law is Agni or Prithvi, sir?
No, Ra is Agni.
Oh, Ra is Agni. Okay. So from micro level to macro level, all
subtle to gross. Subtler to gross.
Okay. Thank you,
in
sir.
fact, I give the credit of all my knowledge of Sanskrit, all my lectures, all my books, everything to Panani's Ashtadhyayi, Acharya Panani. So we pray to Acharya Panani to give us Medha. In fact, every day we used to start our class with Medha. So Suktam Mantram, I'll chant it. Om Yam Medha Devagana Pitarasvyopasate Tayam Adya Virthaya Agne Medhavinam Kuru. So this is a very famous mantra, which is we are praising that Medha, which has been deployed and strengthened to our ancestors and to the Devaganas. May that Medha come to me today and make me Medhavi. Medhavinam Kuru. No, my son is into this. You have met my son, so he is in the right direction. He is integrating modern knowledge with ancient knowledge better than me, possibly. Of course, I may be better than him in ancient knowledge, but in modern knowledge, he is better than me. So he is trying to integrate both, and he is interested deeply. But a lot of people asked him question comparing him with me, whether you can speak in Sanskrit, whether you can give a lecture in Sanskrit, whether you can analyze mantras, shastras, and then he cannot do that. He's not so knowledgeable in Sanskrit as I am, but he's growing fast and he's trying to do research in India. Like that's why we are conducting this conference. This conference idea is by my son only. AIML applications to Sanskrit and NLP is going conducted on 8th and 9th December in KMIT. And we are now receiving papers as chairman of ACM Hyderabad chapter, and he is the executive member. I am the chairman. We are conducting this conference here. KMIT is spending 1.5 lakhs. We are looking forward for papers. I want you to generate papers. So please write papers or make your friends write papers on Sanskrit NLP or general NLP or general AI ML or cognition, including things like ChatGPT. So I think we'll close now.
Yeah. Babu, I think.
Okay. Ananthanji, can you do Pradhana, please?
Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahimmahichah Go Brahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Vashatu Pajanyah Prithvi Sashashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirvayah Aputra Putrina Santu Putrina Santu Putrina Adana Sadana Santu Jivantu Sharadam Shatam Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Akaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Prityorma Amrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sarvebhyah Namaskara.
Okay. ధన్యవాదములండి. చాలా చిట్టిబాబు గారు గణగణమన పాడతారా?
జనగణమన అధినాయక జయ ఇండియా హిమాచల యమునా గంగా उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय जय
जय